I am free to shout to God, and I'm free to be silent. I am free to meditate, and I'm free to pray aloud. I'm free to pray fervently, and I'm free to pray with the longing of my soul in quietness. I'm free. And I would everybody here was free, and you all expressed yourself. And when this church starts to shout praise like we sometimes do, shout. Even if it's a squeak for a start. Make it a shouting squeak. And shortly the squeak will become loud as squeak. You'll be like a rat instead of a mouse. Then you'll become a lion and give a roar. Yeah. Just to be free before God. And some of us, our cultures are very self-contained and shy. But we have been born into God's culture now. It is not an Australian culture to dance in church, but it is a heavenly culture to dance before the Lord. It's not an Australian culture to shout in church. Most places you'll read in church, be silent or be reverent or something like that. As if God was scared if you made a noise. I've gone into a lot of churches and my goodness, you're afraid to breathe hardly. Somebody might hear the sound of it. God is not frightened. God is very, very stable. He's very whole. And it's He who told us to shout with a voice of triumph. Shout with a voice of triumph. Come before His presence with shouting, it says. Why would He want us to do that? So I blow the cobwebs out of my system. Get rid of my shyness, my inhibition. So if you're from a culture that says I don't do those sorts of things, the Australian culture doesn't normally do those things either. And that's why I'm laboring the point today. I ask you to get free. So that you're free enough to dance or to be still. But if you say, well, I'm free, I'm still. Now, you're not really free until you can dance or you can be still. Does that make sense? Yes. I need to be able to obey God. And if I can obey God, then I'm free. Then I can do whatever, but do whatever the Spirit of God leads you to do. Times of refreshing. Well, I've used my time up. Times of refreshing from the presence of God. It's such a crucial point of the move of the Spirit amongst us. Such a crucial point. I am sure there's a hunger in many of your hearts for the Spirit of God to move. Like we want to see the Spirit of God move, like in great ways. That God's outpouring will come over us. That I'll be transformed by the Spirit of the living God. He'll largely move on your hunger, on your desire for God. But the living God, it's the living God that we serve. And we want that mighty move of the refreshing of the Spirit to come over us. And we want God to know that here in this place we're hungry for it. So today I'm going to ask that those of you who are truly hungry for move of the Spirit, and please don't feel pressured to come to the front. I hope you do. But those that feel like you say, God, pour out your Spirit. Pour it out in this place. Let us be in a time of refreshing, time of great renewal. Let us be amongst the power of the Spirit of the living God. Let us taste the refreshings of the Spirit. Let us taste the powers of another realm. Let us, oh God, be in the heavenly places while we walk this earth. If that's your heart, I'd like you to come this morning. I'd like those of you who have never been born of the Spirit of God, if Jesus Christ has not come into your heart, if He hasn't come into your life to be your Savior and your Lord, I'd like you to come, join these people. Just come on down here. You might say, Clark, I've not really heard much about Jesus. Would you come? Would you come? Would you come this morning? Would you come and accept Jesus as your Savior? Would you do that this morning? Come right up close to the front, please. Just make room for people. Just deacons, if you'd help people, just fill up the front here. If you just say in your heart, Father, as you move by the Spirit, you can count on me for praying. I'll seek your face, Lord. Personally, I want the move of God more than I want my life. That's the truth. I want it more than I want sleep of a night time. I just want the move of the Spirit of God. I am hungry. I'm not just hungry. I could tell you honestly, I'm desperately hungry for a move of God. I want God more than I want my next breath. Truly, truly I do. And if your heart, you say, well, Clark, I'm not quite there. But if you want to get there, this is the altar call to be on. I'm going to pray that that presence of the Spirit is going to settle over you. Once the Spirit of God starts to fall, we will see such wonderful things happen. My goodness, we will see things. We will see whole families swept into the kingdom. We will see nationalities swept into the kingdom, all nationalities. May every nationality that's in Australia come here, my God. May we all together worship Jesus Christ.